actually kind of needed this. What I mean is, it's been the weather has been very nice for the last 3 days. Nicer than usual. Yesterday was weird. It was cool, but it was humid. Everything felt slimy, like a slimy cold tentacle. Today feels like it's a little drier. You okay?
Yeah, my leg is cramping super bad.
Oh yeah. It's that kind of night. Sorry, I thought.
I was walking today. I was walking tonight, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if I'm dehydrated. Like everything in my body starts cramping, and so I just came and like tried to sit down.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here, like everything's cramping up.
Yeah.
I think I'm dehydrated.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to. Is there anything down this way?
Yeah, there's a 7-Eleven over here, but you got it's a long walk.
Over the last couple of days, there was this walk 22 miles a day for 3 days straight for like it was for the 22 veterans that kill themselves every day because of PTSD.
Yeah.
And so I did that, but I was fine. But then today I was walking, and all of a sudden, everything just freaking.
Yeah, so what happens is when you cramp is your body, your muscles have been overexerted. They're to the point where they're not healing up properly.
Oh man, it was like it was weird. I've never had everything cramp at one time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it freaking was not a good feeling.
Yeah,
and the thing is like,
pickle juice or something.
No, where the hell did I put my shirt? Yeah, I think that's definitely what it's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go grab something to.
Like an electrolyte, but I mean, you're just gonna have to take it easy.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm gonna have to grab something like to hydrate. What's going on, man? Yeah, I don't know if I can find pickle juice around here or something.
Okay.
But that's what it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
How you doing?
Doing right, doing well.
Good.
We got a call, sir, that... What's going on?
I was
Said he was having cramps. Said he was doing some kind of 22-mile challenge.
Oh, okay.
He might need some pickle juice, but y'all might have to take him down to 7-Eleven and get him something to drink. I hope if he's telling the truth. I think he seems like he's legit. So I don't think he's a guy having a schizophrenic episode. Because he's talking to me, he seems coherent.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what was going on.
So.
I was walking down this way.
We got somebody else.
Yeah, no, I was about to call it. And I came down, I looked, and I was like, he was moaning and groaning, and I was like, so I turned around and I said, hey man, what's going on?
22 miles.
So.
Remembrance for the 22 veterans that killed themselves from PTSD.
Okay.
And then everything was fine after that. But then tonight I was walking, and then it was just like everything cramped up.
Okay.
And I was in tons of pain. So I had to just lay down for a second. Yeah, but I'm just now moving. Unfortunately, this guy stopped me. And they can't help me if I was okay. Yeah.
Well, we got more officers. We just got a call to give us some, people walking around, so we're just trying to do is just go ahead and clear out.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was just trying to get a little bit. I'm okay now, but that was the weirdest feeling I've ever had, man. My freaking body just gave up on me.
I think you need to take, like I said, let him take you over to the 7-Eleven. At least drop you off there, and then.
We can't do that.
No, yeah, he won't. That's fine. I'll be okay. I mean.
All right.
I'll be all right. I just got to find some water or something. Just hydrate.
Electrolytes, yeah, you'll be fine. All right, salt or something like that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, good luck to y'all.
Appreciate you stopping.
Yeah.
Y'all stopping. Yeah, y'all take care.
Think he was telling the truth? I've had experiences like that myself, so I don't think he's bullshitting. But then again, I'm a poor judge of character. At least it didn't look like he was having some kind of weird psychotic episode. I think he just legitimately is kind of. Here's the thing: he might be like his personality might be of some type where he's aloof. That's what I'm trying to say. He's an aloof guy. It could be very well that he's trying to do 22 miles a day and just overdid it. When he said that full body trim, I just laughed because I was like, been there, done that. I had that happen after a football game. Like, there was a movie called North Dallas 40. And Nick Lowley wakes up the next day and he's just in extreme pain. And I laughed because I knew what that was like. The day after a football game. The adrenaline is worn off. You have worked yourself to death. And I woke up with a full body cramp. I never had anything like that happen before. No, I've seen this for like the last, I think I know what this is. It's the, this was the wire rim that holds on a hubcap. I don't know where the hubcap, the plastic cover went. He said, "Where'd my shirt go?" When he said that, I was like, oh shit, this dude's on something. And the cop showed up, he sobered up real quick. He had the script ready to go though. The 22 veterans who commit suicide, da 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 da. It looked like he was well fed. A little dirty. I was about to say, I'd be shocked if somebody picked up the limb. Now we got a bottle down there, but that's nothing to write home about. Well, the cops got there. I don't know if the cops got there quick or not. I don't know how long that guy was there. All I know is I showed up right around that time. He's not headed where I think he's headed, is he? As soon as I left the area, the guy got a little stupid. Now we're good. No, we're not good. All right. No, he's still going down the street. Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't think that guy deserves to die for being stupid, you know? I mean, like, what am I trying to say here? Yeah. Not like aggressive stupid, just stupid. So yeah, despite what you may think, people do call the cops. Let's just say that if he was telling the truth, he wasn't going to be much of a threat. And they said, we can't take him down there. I was like, well, all right. I was like, the dude could legitimately be telling something he is having. I mean, a cramp is considered a medical emergency. You guys could do it. All my lights are fully charged, and so I am definitely seeing things clearer. You know what I'm worried about is the way I'm dressed. I kind of think the cops had the mistaken impression that I was also part of law enforcement. It's the body cam, I think. Oh, it's the vest too. When I picked this, it just looked like some kind of dorky, like it looked like a construction crew vest. That's what I thought I was getting. The way this is designed is supposed to be for, it's a harness for what do you call them things? CB radios. I was like, this is perfect. It takes solace in knowing that if I get bit by anything, I have my rabies shots. So they came back and they started laying out. It's just a matter of time before they start pouring the concrete. Might need that for vampires. Ah! I got the same thing. Oh no, this is a security camera. Cool. Anyway, what was I going on with all my conversation to myself? So I got this thing on and I have no insignia or logos or anything that indicates that I am part of any kind of law enforcement organization, but that doesn't mean anything today because there are guys running around with masks on and not having any kind of identifying tags, and they just grab people and rip them off the street. I was confused because I know that it said police on the side of the thing. They looked like they were, I didn't quite catch it. It looked like, I thought that maybe they were the dart police. I think what amazes me more than anything though is they came with a quickness. I don't know if they came with a quickness. I don't know how long that guy was out there. I thought he was having a psychotic episode. I said, let me at least, so I got what I need to kind of protect myself. Let me at least see if he's having some kind of, like he's, you know, schizo or something. You believe his bullshit story? It's one of those things where it's semi-plausible. The reason I believe it is because it happened to me. I've walked around and I've had bad cramps. And I had to sit down for a minute. And then I limped all the way home. He said, I've never had an entire body cramp before. And I was like, oh, that's a treat. I told him, you know, what happens is that what's happening, you're tearing up so much muscle that your body just goes into this like shock. That's what a cramp is. It's like you're using a muscle in a way that it has not used to it. And so it's so badly injured that it shoots out these pain signals to tell you to stop using the muscle. People talk about, oh, you can do electrolytes and all that stuff. It kind of helps. But really, the best thing you can do is rest. The only reason I kept talking about salt and electrolytes is that's why I say sometimes it helps. And it allows you to get those neurotransmitters to alleviate the pain a little bit faster. But what you're thinking is, thinking this needs an 88 curb. But yeah, I'm also thinking I'd just take a man at his word. Oh man, I just think about how fast all of this stuff disappears. That was like a brick house that was a church for a second. And I mean, they threw this up here with the quickness. Looking like Malibu, trying to look like Malibu, California, in Dallas, Texas. Don't even recognize Park Lane. If I would have come here during the day, I'd be completely lost. It was always a nice street. The houses were modest. Like Park Lane was something out of like something out of a sitcom. It was a Leave It to Beaver type neighborhood. Look over here, and I think that was the White House. It was black and white. No, that's the one next to it. I always get that one. They're coming for that one sooner or later, though. Parking on an unimproved surface. That car doesn't have a license plate. So there's a few, like 3 houses here that, if they ever do get like a neighborhood association or HOA, they're going away. There's enough people, there's enough new houses here to where they outnumber maybe like the old residents. And if they want, they get that done, the HOA, they will. That's why I'm saying that when you see somebody who ain't doing right, they're not going to be around for much longer. But again, I wish I knew how long that guy had been sitting out there, because if he'd have been sitting out there for 5 minutes and the cops showed up that fast, I would be like, wow. The only thing I can think is maybe that guy was over there to test the waters. He's like, we're thinking about doing something over here, and we want to see what kind of response we get out of this neighborhood. So he's going over there making a mild disturbance, nothing to get him arrested, but that will set off a red flag. And he wanted to see how fast anybody would respond. I'm always talking about we need a neighborhood watch. I need to go get that training. Take my next vacation around whenever they have that doing this. I'll just go get the VIP training. I love this song. I just wish I knew what it was. Corliss had these chiptune mixes And sometimes you stumble across something that sounds like it could have been on the Oasis. I'm gonna find out what the song. I think I know what the song is. The registration, the license plate. So far in all my walks, I've only bumped into one actual, like, gung-ho sovereign citizen. There seem to be some guys around here playing around with it a little bit. But there was one dude, I looked, and it was over there off of the other side of Merrill. And the dude had he had a plate on there, and it said private. And I think they had a sign on the door that said, you know, trespassers will be shot. I thought, okay. He's parked on a public street with the license plate that says private, and I was like, yeah, the cops don't want any part of that. The only time it gets to be an issue is if you're riding out in a car and it's wobbling left and right and it's smoking like crazy, and that kind of public safety. But for all we know, he could be smuggling something. I don't know. He's a sovereign citizen, so he thinks that all drugs should be legal, so he's out there just hauling like 1,000 pounds of meth. I always wonder what this is about, man. Like, what was the story behind this one guy not having the sidewalks on this part? Was it one of those deals where he says, I don't want the sidewalk because it messes up my lawn? Was it, I don't want certain people coming down here? And you notice it didn't stop me from coming down here. It hasn't stopped me for over 20 years. The parkland has a lot of potential. It might be something I do one day is I'll just I don't know, I ran this thing one time. That was not fun. I think I'll try it. I think it's 7 miles to the end. So I might just do I'll start over at Brockbank and walk this thing clean over to Abrams, turn around, come back. A walking survey of Park Lane. The problem is it gets dicey. I've walked, so I've done all the way from the tollway back here. That was, how did that work out? God, how did that work out? It was I was doing a long distance run, and so I decided to go up Forest. And I took Forest, I think, to Preston. I think that's how it worked. I took Forest to Preston, right around where the tollway was, turned, and then tried to come back down Park. And that was a nightmare. And it was like, for some reason, I always seem to be doing these things in the middle of rush hour traffic, so it's like 5 o'clock in the evening. And I'm trying to go down there, and I'm sitting here having to dodge traffic. But there's parts of Parkland that are just like pure spite. It's like, it's sit there, there's not even a shoulder, it just drops off. You're almost in a ditch. And it was like they aggressively made it to where they don't want anything other than a car going down there. And it narrows down to 1 lane. I guess I want to say 2 lanes, you know, one going and coming. If it wasn't 2200, I might just keep going down Park Lane. If you keep going down here and it hits Inwood, and then after Inwood, somehow it runs parallel to like North Haven. It's weird. Or they like intersect for some reason. But it has a lot of potential as a biking lane. Passive aggressive signs. All these years I've always wondered why there's a French flag on this property. I thought it was an exchange tube, but now I'm thinking it's just somebody's actually. Oh, bunnies. What's up, bunnies? Oh, if you see the bunnies, I guess that means that there's no coyotes. I thought that was a storm drain. It looked like somebody just licked it good. Stop signs leaning. I mean the speed limit signs leaning over there. Man, this whole this whole chiptune mix is just greatness. Maybe the reason the cops didn't bat an eye is because they seen me at that. They seen me walking down the street 1,000 times. He never asked who my name was, if I had give him contact information. He said, "What's going on?" I was like, "Dude says he's got cramps." Dog's getting old. You know, you can hear it in its voice. God, I've been doing this a long time. Because there was a different dog there before. Ah, God help me. This is why my walks take 90 minutes now. Yeah, okay. Try to act right when I come around. Alright, let's see what I can do. Random chick tune mix 42. Oh, this is going to be an easy one. I know it's got an FLNG on it because I think I've reported this one before. Oh, no, it does not. Alright, GPS. Help me out. 695, 695, 29695. 7 north, 2 west. This is it. Alright. Light going off and on. Southbound lane side, period. Like I said, that's, you know, I just wish the 311 was that easy. But it's not. We're probably not going to find anything wrong. The ones I reported over at Bachman Lake, I don't know that I'll ever go over there at night again to where I can see if it's going to be doing that again. Okay. Evening, ma'am. I never know what I'm supposed to do in that situation. In the old days, I would ask if she needed an escort home, but now I don't know if that's sexist or chauvinist or whatever you want to call it, so I don't offer. It's not a super dangerous neighborhood or anything like that, but at the same time, I'm a bit concerned. Yeah, that was one thing I got. It's just like I'm in better shape. And the cops didn't respond. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. All that matters is they know how to use them guns. Two of them guys, they'd put that guy down quick. That was the other reason I kind of wanted to stick around. I was like, man, I did not want this to be like, I find out later that there was something going on. They had to shoot the dude and it escalated quickly. If it hasn't become clear by now, when I called my channel Boring Dallas, that's a farce. I wish Dallas was boring. I really do. I lived here my whole life and I've never been bored. I have been super annoyed and pissed, but I have never been bored. Give me an idea how excited I am in this city. I'm tired, man. Like, that guy was sitting there doing that stuff, and it was like, in the old days, I don't even have the capacity for fear anymore. I was like, I accept it. I was like, if this is the night, this is the night. To quote the great Dandy Don Meredith, been a good one, ain't it? Most of the time, though, it's just a bunch of dudes that can't get right running around the streets. And they need help finding the place where they can get right. They stubbornly sit there and say, I'm fine. It's like, you're not fine. It's 11 o'clock at night and you're howling at the ground. That's not fine behavior. You know, it's 21:30 and you're screaming at the top of your lungs about some government conspiracy. It's 13:30 and you're in a subway talking to yourself about God only knows. That thing was way out there. And I look at the 360 video camera later and it looks like he was close to me, but it didn't feel like he was close to me, so perspective was a little bit off on that thing. But I looked at the 360 camera footage later, and so he got off a train, was talking to somebody, walked around, saw me, and then he was just hovering around me the whole time. Then I got on the train, then he started getting on the train at a different location, and then he wandered down to where I was, and once then stopped off where I was at. And it took me 5 days to get that footage together because I couldn't get the damn... I think I lost it. Yeah, I don't think it's on here anymore. I had a, yep, it's gone. So that thing got stuck on something and I lost it. But I don't need the tape measure to know that this does not have the right amount of clearance. Do I dare? Yeah, I got time. Man, I forgot how slow this was. Now it's all locked up. I can't remember if it's construction or traffic or... Let me close that and reopen it. There we go. See if you can lock me down, lock onto my location. If I hit this button. Yeah, let's go with 94, 96 Midway. Actually, can I go back? Where's the previous button on here? There we go. That's right there. What's the name of this place? Alright, so yeah, I went full bitch and I decided to put in a complaint about this. It bugs me. I mean, during the day, maybe they move this thing over, but I seriously doubt it. I think it still stays here. I was like, I know it doesn't look like it, and I know there may not be many, but just because there's not many doesn't mean that they don't have a valid gripe. There might be someone who's got a walker or something, and they're picking up the kids. There might be a kid that has a problem. There might be, I mean, not a problem, but, you know, disability. There might be someone trying to get by here on a wheelchair. But they're supposed to give them some clearance. Either put it on the street or you could put it on the little grassy part here. But don't put it in the middle of the goddamn sidewalk where nobody can walk around. People can't get around it easily. Now, there's a sign that says sidewalk closed. But there's no sign over there that tells me that. So I'm walking down. I don't know if I'm supposed to be on here or not. It might be the construction people out of the city, but it might be someone else. This might be a construction site complaint. I've been listening to this for over 30 years. From the original Persona, it was called Velvet Room. And you gotta understand it. We came from an 8-bit, 16-bit background, and they started coming out with these games that had someone actually worked on like a soundtrack that was like, and so it was haunting to hear her sing. But now, as I listened to it over the years, I realized that she was a little off key. Missed it. Does the wave even work anymore? No.
Wait.
They stopped working a long time. Shouldn't laugh about that. Probably a blind person that needs that. How many blind people are crossing Northwest Highway? Hopefully not too many. This is a wicked street, man.
Walk sign is on to cross Northwest Highway.
That thing is well fed now. I was thinking about the movie Car Wash. Car Wash was you could make a movie like that today, and it's kind of sad that some of the things haven't changed in it. It was a serious social drama wrapped in a comedy. There was a light here. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go again. It's like it looks dark over here. That's not right. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Ooh, you're a fat girl, aren't you? You got those eggs on the back? Good Lord, you're bursting. She's eating good. Yeah, she's a big girl. Well, she eating something now. Damn, it's a big girl. When the web is rocking, don't come a knocking. I gotta put the coordinates in, huh? Alright. 3, 9, 6, 9, 7, 6, 2. I think it's a dash I put in there also, and then after that it's 3, 6, 2, 8, 9, 3, 6. Found it. Southbound lane side. Basically, I'm. Let's see. Yeah, I hit for the cycle. Almost. I mean, I almost hit for the cycle. It's a 311 ticket, a street light ticket, almost a 911 call. Forgot what the fourth one. Oh, the fourth one is a fire department one. That is a big girl, man. God, she's pretty though. Anyway, I think that's the orb weaver. She's like, get the hell up on out of here. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to call in the... And then there's another one. And then there's one that... Oh, the orb weavers have got this whole area on lockdown, man. No bug population's getting out of control here. I mean, all that, just like I said, she was the one eating the best over there on the street. Like I said, I guess I'll nickname her name will be Lady Dimitrescu. Never played the game, but I saw a lot of guys fetishizing her, and just got obsessed with her character design. I was like, man, it's like she's huge, like 8 feet tall. I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder who would win in a fight between her and Nemesis, and I think that's like she would clean Nemesis' clock. I got Chemical Zone on here from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. I guess this answers the question about why no one has ever called the cops on me before. They just already know. What was that? It was one of my videos. Oh, with the schizo girl. She was yelling at me. And the guy said, "Oh, no, I know." He says, "I know you. I see you walking around here all the time." I was like, "Oh, yeah." My mom said that to me all the time. She says, "Just because you think no one's watching, they're watching you." It's both good and bad. More rabbits. Bum, bum, bum. So all this time I wondered what that was, and that's the way they do code now. Is they run the electrical lines under. There's underground electrical lines, and then they go into that junction box. I don't know how smart that is to do that on this place where it's kind of low. I don't know if it's low to the. It feels like this is like a floodplain area. This is the bottom of the hill. So this is my long play of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Chemical Zone theme. I was just thinking about the sound effects for Sonic the Hedgehog too. There's all the little bings and bongs and boom, click, click, cling, grabbing the rings. Oh, and there's a point. You pop the cork off the top of these little tubes, and then you go down in them, and Sonic gets launched, gets tossed all the way around the stage somewhere. I think there's one that's hard to get to, but it'll warp you to the end of the stage. I played the hell out of Sonic the 2 because that's all I had on the Genesis. My mom bought a Genesis, and I was like, why would you do that to me? This is a Nintendo household. I was solidly in my Nintendo camp. I was a subscriber to Nintendo Power. I laughed and scoffed when someone said, what the hell is blast processing? Only later on in life, or only when I got into my teenage years, did I start to appreciate Sega just for what it was. They had a decent, they had a handful of games that were pretty good on it. Sonic 2 comes to mind. The Shadowrun on the Genesis was far superior to the one on Super Nintendo. The graphics weren't as great, but there was so much more going on in that game versus the Nintendo one. You're on a fixed path. You got Jake Armitage, and you have to follow his path to completion. In Genesis, you're just some generic guy, either a mage, a decker, or a mercenary, and you're trying to figure out who killed your brother. And from there on, the world's wide open. You're taking on jobs. You're searching for clues to get you to you know, little breadcrumbs that'll get you to the final destination, but along the way you can just get lost in that game forever doing side hustles and jobs. These weird random encounters happen in the game. And they let you have a choice. Like there's one that says you see a guy bleeding on the ground, so you walk over and help him. You walk over and help him, and it's something like he attacks you. And if you're wearing a certain thing, I think there was like a cross or something. If you're wearing this, he sees it, and it's like he sees your cross and shrieks in agony and jumps up on a pole and disappears into the night. There's a vampire baiting you. Or sometimes it's the guy who, you know, he actually genuinely needs help. You patch him, you give him what do you call it, a stem, I think they're called stem patches. You give him the healing patch, and then he gives you some yen. It was a story-driven game with roguelike elements. That was the kind of cool thing about it. The only game I've seen that's close to it now is Faster Than Light. But that when you're actually in a spaceship going around fighting and all that other stuff. What was the other one I played? It was one game I played. It was funny for about 30 minutes, and then after that it got real old real fast, but I wound up passing the game. And it was this one where I think it was Poltergeist Adventure or something like that, but your guy dies and he was wrongfully killed by this ruthless real estate investor, and so your ghost haunts him. Every house he goes to, you haunt him out of the house. And you play the game and you collect ectoplasm, and then you drop off into this underworld and you have to fight these big giant afterlife bosses. And you beat the game and your guy comes back to life, only to get crushed again by the same family. So they were like planning on a sequel. And I think they heard the reviews that said it was just an awful game. I thought it was okay. Like, I don't understand the appeal behind Zombies Ate My Neighbors. But that was a really popular one on all the systems. Trying to think what the other Genesis games were that were pretty good. There was The Adventures of Batman and Robin. And one of the things that's unforgettable about it was it used a lot, like, that was the thing about the Sega, is they were kind of limited on the hardware. But whoever their development teams were, they were really clever in the way they used the hardware. The Adventures of Batman and Robin has this one stage where you're fighting the Chester Cat, and I think it's the Mad Hatter. And it's a haunting, it's a haunting graphic, it's like a nightmare fuel. The Chester Cat looks really weird, and he's like warping and moving back and forth and disappearing. I remember looking at a YouTube video that was pointing out the technique of how they did that, and I was like, that's pretty neat. Apparently there was a Castlevania on there that I missed. Supposedly it was one of the best Castlevania games out there. I think the main villain, or not the main villain, but one of the villains was like Countess Elizabeth Bathory. And then after you beat her, you fight Dracula. Again. Trying to think if there's any more Sega Genesis games. I think Ghostbusters was pretty good on it. I think I'm having nostalgia goggles with that one. The only good Ghostbusters game I ever played, and that was the one that came out on the, I forget what console. I think it came out on PlayStation 2. I got the PC port, played it on Steam, and it's a decent third-person shooter, but it's really for the nostalgia nerds. It just felt neat. It felt like I was part of the movie. It was the last time the cast from the movies got together before Harold Ramis died. I played the hell out of that game. I think I unlocked just damn near everything. Sometimes I get a game and I'm just a completionist. I was playing Psychonauts and it was like that. I found all the figments and that was a painful affair. I housed her. Don't you know that? The only reason I know about this song was because of piracy. Somehow it came in a pack of stuff I got. She Wants to Move. Look at your girl. I housed her. Don't you know that? I housed her. Don't you know that? I just like the Spanish guitar sample. Spray can sexy. Still don't know what that means. It's be a good password though. Because there's 3 words that you just think wouldn't want you putting together. Spray can sexy. I have no idea why this is here. What road work? What are you talking about? Oh, that's another big girl. My goodness. We got some well-fed spiders in this area. Someone looking at it like, you think that's big? It's like, you have no idea. And there's like this person keeping a pet orb weave spider or wolf spider or whatever it is, and the damn thing's as big as your hand. I was like, wow. I was like, I didn't know they get that big. It's like, oh yeah. So my girl loves to eat. Uh-oh, somebody's about to get caught. He just missed the web. Oh, there's another one. Here's a variation on, sounds like it's a weird variation on Tally Hall's electric, what's the name of that thing? Alright, I'm going to shut up and listen to She Wants to Move Native Tongue. I think it's a Native Tongue remix. Well, they're supposed to be getting started on the quick trip over here.
Wait to cross Northwest Highway at Marsh. Wait.
Yeah, I gotta get this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Heard the song 1,000 times. You think I would know what the name of it is? I just know it's from the Hawaii album. I think it's like Electric Relaxation or something like that. It's a weird song. Apparently you missed that guy down there. There's another one. Nice night for zombies. Now I'm starting to cramp up. No, all this time what I could be asking for is stop signs in that shopping center. Just about everything I've listened to tonight has been a hit. Always testing to see if the crosswalk button works. I guess that time the walk button didn't work. It's gone. Oh, the car's gone. wish someone would have no one has their trash cans out. Nobody, baby, nobody. Midnight broadcast. Signing off.